if you remember, you gave a lovely speech at the Golden Jubilee. What was Niko's story, and what motivated you to see where he was training to?
Well, yeah,
to surpass the challenge.
Niko's story is utterly incredible, and on the one hand, it's a good thing that young people today haven't got a clue what the Iron Curtain meant and was. On the other hand, it means that they don't appreciate all the struggles that Niko went through to achieve what he did. And that was the thing when I look back on my own swimming, and it's still happening. Every obstacle seems to be put in our way to enable us to swim. And these days, I look around and it seems that the club swimmers and the young swimmers have every opportunity thrown at them, and therefore they probably tend not to care so much. Whereas in our day, we had to fight and we had to take stupid risks, and they were stupid risks, but nothing was impossible. It was as simple as that. And that's one of the things that's lacking today. Everything is made relatively safe and simple, and people don't have to fight to get what they're trying to achieve.
So, it's very more easily accessible today. I think.
Oh, absolutely, so much more. I know. I mean, Niko's story of how he got to do his channel swim, and the missed opportunities, and then the determination after the event to stay and have another go.
Sorry, remind our audience what happened and what was the details of Niko's story.
Niko had qualified to enter the Butlin Swim in 1959, and being an amateur, he had great difficulty getting over to the UK. He had a small team, I think, of 2 or 3 people with him. And remember that he was coming from behind the Iron Curtain, so he had an enormous difficulty to even get out of Yugoslavia. People didn't get out of Yugoslavia as we move around Europe today. And
certainly not to go to the west.
Not to go to the west, certainly. To go to the east was okay. But on the day of the swim, it was, if I remember correctly, an absolutely awful day. And many of the swimmers didn't get off for one reason or another. I think the boats turned up at Cap Gris-Nez, and then the weather was so bad that most of them were blown all around the French coast, and Niko's boat was one of those. And so although the race started and a few people got across, Niko didn't. And Billy Butlin did very generously say that he would pay, I think it was £250, I forget, to anybody who swam in the next week. But Niko's team said, "Oh, the swim's been finished, and we must go straight back to Yugoslavia." Yeah. And Niko said, "No, I want to stay."
Yes,
and so they literally just upped and left him.
Yes, except one.
Well, except one. So
which was Klimezarov.
It was Clemente. So that was that friendship. That ties that loose end. So Niko and Clemente stayed in Dover, and unfortunately a week went past, and I think it was 9 days after the Butlin swim, that the weather became satisfactory, and Niko took his chance, although he'd lost the £250 and it was all self-funded again from nothing.
Yes.
And he did the swim, and
He crossed the channel in 12 hours, 6 minutes. Yes.
a very incredible time. I think 1 minute faster than my fastest.
Okay.
Well, 1 minute slower than my fastest. And I'm pleased to say that he went back to Yugoslavia as a hero rather than as the opposite, and he was very well received, if I remember correctly. But it was a wonderful example of someone being prepared against all odds to do what he wanted to do, and that's the spirit we need today.
We certainly do, yes. Amongst the young generation, I'm certain that there are some Nikos and Michaels in those youngsters over there.
Well, I hope there are.
Yeah.